Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be doing fan art this time, and just quick disclaimer, I'm not very good at fan art. I've never drawn much fan art, and I think the only fan art I've ever drawn is Pokemon, and that's okay, because why not, you know? So I did this because I posted on Twitter a little while ago. It's right here. Posted this on Twitter, and I never really enjoyed this format. I don't do very well on PNGs like this because, or JPEGs or whatever like this, because they're really small and it gets really grainy. So I decided to do, instead of putting everything on this little thing, I'm going to do individuals and I'll record them separately, and you guys can kind of see me talk about the characters if I know anything about the character. So I'm gonna go ahead and look down here. I've looked at the comments, so I kind of know what I'm going to be doing already. But first person here, how lovely, asked me to do Gohan from Beastars. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put a picture up in a second. Just give me one bit. Oh wow, there's a lot of this. Okay, let me just find it. I'm gonna do a headshot, so let me find a nice picture of him. That's not bad. Let's use this one. This one's pretty good. That one's moving. That one's moving. Why is it moving? I'll just use a headshot. I'll do something like this. This shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna copy the image, bring it over here, and I'm going to paste what I have. There. That should be relatively cool. Now what I'll do is I'll take the ellipse, bang, bang, boom, that, and I just have to delete the outside layer. That. There we go. Put them up there. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Alright, so I'm going to do a headshot like I said before. And I'm just going to kind of draw in my style. And I'll kind of comment about Beastars, because I actually do like Beastars. But I have some gripes. And spoiler alert, I don't like the anime. And it's just personal preference. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So I mentioned just now briefly, I don't really like the anime of Beastars, and oops, I need to put this on a separate sheet. Let me go ahead and do that. But I don't like Beastars a whole heck of a lot, and it's only because I don't really like the anime. And the only reason is, and this is the only reason, honestly, I just can't stand. I couldn't stand. Maybe it was the animation or something. I don't know, but I tend to not enjoy anime as much anymore, and I think it's because I like manga. I like reading what happens next. I like being a little bit more ahead of the game compared to other things, and I feel, of course, that the biggest thing when it comes to any type of medium for me is being able to like learn about it, study about it, and see how it's portrayed in different mediums. So maybe the biggest part for me when it comes to the anime or whatever is just the fact that like maybe it's the animation type. I'm not a big fan of 3D animation. Well, that's not true. I'm not a big fan of like anime with 3D animation. I tried to watch King Ganasha. I couldn't really get into it because of the art style. My friends hate me for it, but it's the truth. I'm sorry, but like that's just who I am, and that's just how I act. But of course, the biggest thing with that is just the fact that it's not a terrible thing, but I do think that I do think that like it can be a deciding factor, and Beastars is actually one of the better looking. Oh god, Beastars is one of the better looking 3D anime that I've watched actually. So while it isn't terrible, I do think that like that was one part of it. I'm also not a big romance guy, and going into it, yeah, I should have seen that coming. It's about a wolf trying to fall in love with a rabbit. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's just it just sounds kind of blasphemous, but I just really do not like romance, and it's just because I can't really get into it. Later in the manga it gets a little bit more interesting, so I do kind of like that. It kind of turns to a shonen, but initially I had my doubts about the whole thing, but that's okay, because I do think that once you get past like the initial thing with Beastars, it actually is a pretty good approximation of like, you know, what you should expect for, you know, any type of anime or whatever. you just gotta get kind of into it. You have to get used to hold on. You just kind of gotta get used to the going-ons, especially if it's a new scenario that you may have never seen before or whatever. And me being a furry, I was like, I gotta get into it. So I was like, let me try this show for a second. And while it does have some really interesting things, like I honestly think that my favorite part about it is how it tackles animals, similar size animals, and different types of animals. So people who may read the manga know, and this is spoilers, so if you're gonna watch this, just keep in mind there's gonna be spoilers. Legoshi eventually goes to he eventually kind of, some stuff happens, he has to drop out of school, and I'm sorry, and he ends up seeing what is it, you end up seeing aquatic animals. You see fish, you see seals, stuff like that, and it's really cool because like normally these characters would not, like, you probably wouldn't see these characters in like a normal thing. Like you didn't see them in Zootopia because they were like, the excuse was, well, these are different animals, and we're gonna, like, if we did something like that, maybe they'd be on a different continent or something like that. And I mean, you could do that, it makes sense. I mean, Zootopia was designed for mammals in mind, and I'm not gonna take that away from that, but I think that like adding different animals in general was a really good idea, because it was like, yeah, this definitely makes this feel a little more unique, and it kind of makes it feel a little bit better. So yeah, I think that was a good idea. So okay, this seems like a pretty decent rough sketch. He's got his things going on. I'm gonna kind of switch some of this in, because this kind of doesn't look that great. It's kind of squished. He's a little bit, well, he's kind of puffy around the cheeks, so I'll pull that out a bit. I think it's the other side that's messing with me. So I'm gonna pull that in. Yeah, it's all the way up there. So let's get down, and let's bring this over, because the head feels a little bit off center with this like that. I can fix some other stuff. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And I gotta also add the scars. Hold on. And don't worry, I'm gonna, because this might be a little bit of a longer form video, I'm definitely going to be I'm gonna be coloring this out a bit. So don't worry, I'm gonna be doing that. And get his little scars like this. Okay. And I'm in here, and we're going to just kind of build that there. Okay. Cool, we've got that, and now I'm gonna go into I'm gonna do real quick. I'm gonna speed through this segment of it, and I'm gonna make I'm gonna do his line art. So I'm gonna dial down the opacity, and I'm gonna get started with this. I'm gonna speed through this one, so this one's not gonna be me talking. So hope you enjoy. And I think we're pretty much done. I think I can go ahead and end this off here. I did a pretty good job, I think. I usually don't do fan art usually, but I think it's a pretty good representation. I had to re-record the end because I forgot something really important and crucial. Gohan has he's got black shoulders, so I forgot to put that in as a person who forgot that. So there's that. But other than that, let's fix that just a little bit. There we go. I can fix it a little bit more. That. Let's fix that up a bit and go ahead and do that and that. All right, that's that. All right, so that's the end of the video. I got a chance to draw Gohan, and yeah, thanks for enjoying my commentary. So if you like this video, go on ahead and give it a like. If you didn't like it, dislike it, that's fine too. And tell me what you think about Beastars in a comment down below, and if you have other things I should do fan art of, let me know. I only do black and white though, because sometimes it's a little bit more problematic to do colors because it takes too long. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys stay safe. NoodleDog out.